anything that starts with an N, you form the N sound. And are we really recording this, or is this just space filling?
Let's do it again.
Okay.
Welcome to Notes from, or is it Cold, Dark, Miserable? Anyway, we're trying to fit in and shorten the title a little, like Hollibob's, 'Cause He Lives.
Yeah, because we've gone this whole season, and it's hard when people ask me what's the name of the podcast, and you say it's Notes from a Small, Cold, Dark, Miserable Island. You know, it's a little. What do we call it for short?
NFASCDMI.
Yeah. So, you make the N sound, and you start with the N sound, and you pronounce from there. So, and then FASC is fash, as we know, fash.
Yeah, I
And
don't
then,
like this. This
okay,
is not going well.
Well, let's try. Hold on. Fashed me. Fashed me.
All right, we're gonna have to work on this.
So clearly, we need to know what this pod should be called for short, and you're gonna have some time to think about it because, spoilers. This is the season finale, Mike. We're going on summer break.
This is number what? 15, 16?
17.
17.
Yeah, you lost track.
I type in this every week. Yeah, we're gonna take a little holibob.
Summer
little
holidays.
holibob. You going anywhere?
Yeah. So tomorrow at 7 a.m. Just let's timestamp this. It is Thursday, the 23rd of July.
I didn't realize you were going on holiday right so soon.
I am going on holiday tomorrow morning. We're getting in the car, going to Devon. And then, so for about a week in Devon, family stuff. And then at the end of August, a week in the States, the annual quick see everybody as fast as you can trip to America. So my 6-week kid summer holidays are already pretty booked up.
I am going to Germany next week, which is the follow-up question that I get from these British people is, oh, why?
Right.
We're taking trains around Germany.
Oh, nice.
With children. We'll see if that works.
This is your first big train journey since you went on with me?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, certainly the first multi-week one. Where do we go in Germany? I remember going to Hamburg and Berlin and...
That was it, Hamburg and Berlin.
Is that it? We didn't go to Munich. Well, we're flying to Berlin, and then we're going to take the trains all around.
You've been doing a lot of reporting. It's been, let's just get this out of the way. Setting up this episode has been our most fraught and challenging scheduling and technological episode to get out there. And so part of that is the schedule. You've been very busy with work. You're doing a lot of reporting. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. Your Substack, linked in the show notes, has been blowing up as the world continues to blow up.
Yes. I mean, read it if you want.
Sell it, Mike.
I sell it really badly. I have a story coming out soon on our national broadcaster, their famous website. So maybe we'll link that too if it actually gets published. If the lawyers don't stop it, we'll see. What else? We went
to Wimbledon.
We
did not record anything. I was too shy to put phones in people's faces, even though there was a enormous amount of Americans at Wimbledon as we went into the queue, the official queue, the stand outdoors for many hours queue.
You were representing Cleveland.
I was representing. So
people were giving you shout outs.
Yeah. So
everyone from Cleveland.
I intentionally rocked a Cavs jersey, and then some Ohio people called out to me, and they were students or
aggressive
former students from OSU. So they were Columbus people, and but what were they doing in London? What was their tourism? Do you remember this, Mike? Why were they in London? 2 weeks ago.
No.
They were doing the thing where it's cheaper to see Harry Styles in London than to see him in America. Same thing with Bad Bunny. If you want to see these massive stars and you don't want to be at the mercy of Ticketmaster, maybe just the flights to London are a more economical way to go.
This is awesome. This is a great form of tourism. I encourage it. Come.
Because Harry had economical tickets. He wasn't just gouging. I mean, he did X amount of nights at Wembley.
Everything should happen in London. He played 29 nights consecutive.
Jeepers.
No, he didn't.
29
No, I
no, it
just
was
made
2
that shit
weeks,
up.
though, or
It was
something.
a lot. It was definitely that sort of. It was definitely double digits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Everybody who wanted to see him win.
for my first Wimbledon experience, it was terrific, and I know it's a big, like, "Hey, tourists, hand over your money, please." But to show up with no tickets at all and to have to wait only 6 hours in the sun to get in to see some tennis, and then to see if you've never seen, real live Major League tennis up close, it's dope. These people are
Yes.
good.
Um,
We
I
saw a fiery Italian chap.
you know what? I went back and I read the famous uh David Foster Wallace profile of Roger Federer, and he basically compares watching tennis on television to watching it in real life. He says one is like watching grainy internet pornography, and the other one is like the richness of all human love. And of course, he wrote it much better than that, but he
Sure.
basically makes that comparison. Uh,
Yeah.
it's fun.
What was
It's
the name
fun.
of our
It's
Italian
fun.
player who would
Flavio Caboli.
Flavio?
Butchering his name.
No, it's
Was that
fine.
his name?
And he
We
he
rated a bunch of
eventually made it all
Italians.
the way
We
to the
had the
semis,
line.
or
We held the queue for some of the Italians who wanted to watch their Italian guy.
the Italian brethren.
He,
They were
he
lovely.
got beat by the British guy in the end.
Yeah.
It
What
was some
was
quarterfinal or
right? Maybe the
semifinal,
quarterfinal,
somewhere in
because
there.
because he made it to the semis, the unranked Brit. So Wimbledon, recommend next year if we do it again, we'll bring the tape recorder and we'll make it an episode.
Um, a couple more things we should mention. The World Cup's over.
Yep.
That's sad. There's a new World Cup champion.
And
There's a new World Prime Minister champion.
it,
there's, there's
so much.
both those things are not related.
We didn't get a chance to talk about the U.S. going out of the World Cup. I have never taken more pleasure in the team that I was rooting for
It
losing
was so
than
ugly. It was so fucking ugly.
just such a satisfying loss, the U.S. losing to Belgium after,
It
and
was.
it looked like that's what they wanted to
They
do.
sort of deserve. I
They
mean, like they deserve it.
they were like so embarrassed to be there,
It
and
was
they turned
bad.
in an embarrassing
It was
performance, and
bad.
it was
And
the correct result
they didn't. Yeah.
after
Yeah.
the president's intervention.
Everybody cheats in football. Um.
And then England had its bronze run, and we're still doing postmortems on on dropping back into too much defense. That's still being discussed. But
It's heartbreaking.
one of the
It was very.
most
Yeah, that was bad too. But at least they played for part of the tournament
yeah.
well, and they didn't have to have the Andy Burnham phone up and try and get the red card done.
I do love the most fun bronze medal match where maybe the world and England learned that playing no defense, much like the National Basketball Association, leads to a very fun product. So the 6-4 win in the bronze match over France, maybe this is a
It was
turning
like the
point.
best football match ever played. I think. I mean, I'm not an expert or anything.
Just a
I'm just like an American who's just like got involved in the World Cup just because it was in America. But definitely the best football match ever played.
It was pretty great. Do you want to just touch
Yes,
on Farage versus Binface?
we we yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just wonder, like, if an American were to listen to this podcast and be like, one of your leading politicians, hate him or hate him, is going to be an election versus a comedian who wears a garbage can. How would we translate this to
This
an
is
American?
it's so. I mean, the bafflement is going to be crazy because they are going to sort of see a guy with a garbage can on his head, uh, up against this sort of right wing rabble rouser MAGA like guy. Um, Basically, all the other parties boycotted the election because Nigel Farage um, called it to try and head off a ethics investigation because he took millions from some crypto dude.
Yeah. This is right, 5 million, and then he's like, "Oh, if I'm not currently in office, then the investigation must pause. But I can also use this as an opportunity to grandstand and say they're out to get me."
I guess the jokiness of certain British election traditions is the odd thing here. Um, there is Count Binfaced a member of the Monster Raving Loony Party, or is that a different thing?
That's a good. Yeah, I haven't heard that
The-
name said in a long time, but yeah, that's a traditional
yeah,
satirical, but actually we exist English political party.
completely sort of joke parties in. I. It doesn't happen in the United States. I mean, there's joke candidates,
Pat
but
Paulson? Can I
inadvertently,
take it back to Pat Paulson? Is that
who's what?
Pat Paulson was a comedian and he would run for president every time.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
up
yeah.
into the 80s.
Yes, that sort of thing. Publicity stunt. Although in this country, people do it not for like publicity or like to further their own careers or anything, but just like for fun. Um, but we knew that we lived in a weird country, so
Here we are.
all right.
So yeah,
Maybe
that is the whistle ass stop of things relevant to our topic.
Shall we move on?
Well, this is the season finale, and we've been discussing this since we started this podcast as something that we could do. And I had floated this as a concept. And I don't know if you can you go back in post and put some echo on the words I'm about to say, but we would like to welcome all of our listeners to Pronunciation Bowl! So, we're talking about Americans living in England, right? That's the whole thing. When we make the business cards for our podcast, this is the podcast by, for, and about Americans in England. And if you're an American in England, you're invariably going to get caught up in some light banter verging on harassment about differences in pronunciation between common words. So, we are, as Oscar Wilde said, nations separated by a common language. As Eddie Izzard said, nations separated by the Atlantic Ocean. Shout out Dress to Kill. So we will always be aware of differences in phrases. Go back to our Ben Yagoda episode for there's different phrases, different words to say things, different spellings. Sometimes you want to spell flavor with a little extra flavor. You want to give it a little extra U in there because you love to eat it. But also, most especially, pronunciations. Because you've lived your whole life saying a certain word a certain way, it's hard not to defend that as the correct way. Tonight, Pronunciation Bowl 1. Is there a better way to say certain words? Yes. And tonight,
we're gonna prove
it's a contest.
All right. In the U.S. corner, well, it's you, isn't it? You representing the United States.
I'm a former game show host. In my Chicago years, I created a game show called Jesus Jones Jeopardy, and I'm back with my latest game show property. It's called Pronunciation Bowl. And not only have I invented this game, but I'm going to compete in it tonight.
All right. And representing the UK, because we wanted to be fair, we have...
And balanced.
We have our friend, Anthony Mannion, or as the Americans like to call him, Anthony. Hello, Ant.
Hello, Mike. Hey, Matt.
Hi.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming on to
it's a real honor.
Play the role of the British person.
The representative of all English people.
Yeah, that's fine. I can take that on.
Anthony, you lived in Chicago for a while, like Mike and I?
Yeah, 2007/8, ripped up Chicago for a while and had a few adventures with pronunciation, I have to say. But obviously, I'll keep my powder dry for that, for the game. But yeah.
And did people ask you to pronounce certain words in certain ways and then mock you for it?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I do remember once, or just trying. I remember a drunk guy trying to get me to correctly pronounce, and I still can't, jagoff.
Such a
which I believe is a sort of adulteration of jerk off, but specific to Chicago. Is that correct? It went on forever. This guy kept
bugging jagoff.
Yeah, and he just kept getting me to say it, and I'd say it wrong, and he was getting angry that I couldn't say it the way he wanted me to say it. But that's a core memory of our time there, jagoff.
Now Ant is joining us from Hastings, his home in Hastings.
Yep.
Ant, you do some comedy there in Hastings. Funny place?
No, not a massive comedy scene. No, but it is a funny place. It's home of the America Ground, actually. You should check it out next. I heard your 4th of July episode, we have the America ground here that they used to celebrate July the 4th down here. It's an area of ground that was created by a storm in the 13th century next to the sea, and they claimed after several hundred years they then claimed to be part of America in order to avoid taxation, I believe.
Oh,
So I
nice.
mean,
That's
I should have done
awesome.
more research. I did read the book about it, but that was so many years ago I can't remember. And now I'm talking to you about it. I don't know the details. It's about half a mile down the road from my house. I don't know much about it,
Is there
but
still like an enclave there? Like, can I
there's
go
a
and can I go and
yeah.
claim, like,
I mean, no, I
immunity?
don't know legally, but there used to be a sort of American-looking diner and a few businesses that used it as their thing. Um, and yeah, there used to be like street parties for July the 4th. So
Field trip.
yeah, field trip. But otherwise,
Hastings.
yeah, I do a bit of comedy. I'm well, I'm a bit of this, a bit of that. I pop up here and there. I'm hard to pin down. Sometimes I'm Mr. Benelux. Sometimes I'm Steve Pigbank. The last time I performed, I was Andrew State, which was interesting. And sometimes I'm just me. So I can't really plug anything because you never know where I'm going to be next. Sort of like a really unsuccessful Banksy of comedy.
That's awesome. Okay, so like we have these competitors, but like obviously it's not like fair if I judge, right?
Right, you're the referee, so you're gonna keep time and keep the
Oh, good.
score, and but we do have a judge. I have contracted measles. No, I have contracted. I have arranged for a judge to be here. So I wanted someone from an English-speaking nation that was neither English nor American, so a neutral third party. So obviously we should have gotten like a linguist or wait, is it an etymologist or an entomologist? One of them's bugs, one of them's words. Um,
Either one would be fine,
Okay, great. So obviously someone like a very learned person, but instead one Australian guy who works at the same theater that I work at. But it turns out I've learned tonight that he's an English tutor. So solid booking. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, may I introduce James Christensen.
G'day. Do I have to?
Are you putting that voice on?
The accent's truly weak as is, and I feel the pressure to exaggerate it to differentiate myself. Kind of trying to
You're
split off
going
from the
so
crowd.
hard.
Yeah.
James, how long have you been in this country?
I've been in the UK for almost 7 years, so
Okay,
I'm properly bedded in.
it's coming out now.
But
It's coming out
yeah,
now.
but I have no, I have no allegiance. I want to make it perfectly clear to everyone, the viewers at home and all our competitors, I'm strictly impartial in this. As the bastard children of UK colonialism and US cultural imperialism, I think my soul's split suitably in half, right? by the twin. I don't have a horse in this race, so I'm going to be very impartial when it comes to
All right,
the judging.
all right, awesome. Matt, you better explain the rules of the game that you created and are now gonna participate in.
Pronunciation Bowl. Great. I'm a naturally louder person, so Mike, it's just we're working off of one mic. It's going to be a hell of an edit for you. So good luck with that. Pronunciation Bowl works as follows. There will be 4 rounds and a bonus round. Each will be like a baseball inning, if you will. So each player, that's me and Anthony, will each of us has prepared a list, a palette, a quiver, if you will, and shared this list with referee Mike. I'm just passing over my list at the very last minute to Mike just now. Don't look, James. This is a list of 10 words that they think their nation says in a superior manner. So when it is their turn in each inning, they will have 1 minute to present their case, and then their opponent will have 30 seconds to rebut. Then Judge James will grant a point to the better pronunciation. So an inning can be 2-0 to your nation, it can be 1-1, or you can lose it 0-2. Now, we've got our list of 10. Maybe we notice the tendencies that Judge James is giving points to, and so We don't have to have our 4 words that we're going to play with decided up front. We can chop and change, that's a British phrase, as we go. After 2 rounds, we'll take a little pause and we'll do a bit of a wild card, a little bit of a bonus round, and that is going to be the concession round. Now, even though we do believe in our cultural superiority, we also know that sometimes we're not getting it right. So in the concession round, each of the players will offer a word that their nation says worse than the other nation. And so they can say, I concede the word, and then they say the word. And then if that word is on the other player's list, they will receive a 2-point bonus. That's right. I said 1 in the Google Doc, but I'm calling it 2 points. I think if you pull that off, you should get 2 points. So, for instance, just to give an example, I'm going to present the word tomato. Though the word tomato does, it's forgiven because any word that's included in the song "Let's Call the Whole Thing Off," made famous by Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, that's not a word that you can play. Everyone's been informed of this. So I'm going to have 1 minute to be like, you should say tomato for these reasons, blah, 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 blah. And then Anthony would have 30 seconds to say, no, you should say tomato for these reasons, blah, 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 blah. And James says, the U.S. says tomato better, U.S. 1 point. So that's a sample round. So 2 rounds. Each of us get a word, then we do the concession round, then 2 more rounds, then we total it up. If it is a tie, then we'll take a brief pause, figure out our tiebreaker, and move on from there. Any questions?
I'm good.
Yeah, I got some questions. Let's play. Who's going first? Do we have to flip a coin? Home field advantage?
I'm happy to give Anthony the first
All right,
the first
all
word
right.
if he's happy to
Yeah.
take it.
All right, Ann,
Yeah, sure.
you're up.
Well, I mean, possibly I'm going for low-hanging fruit here, so I'm gonna start with the word strawberry. No, that's a joke because strawberries are low-hanging fruits. But my low-hanging word is yogurt or yogurt, as I believe you
Ooh.
guys might say. So we say yogurt, but you go for the long vowel sounds to make a yo, which to me sounds kind of like Americans sort of sound like they taught themselves to read. What you've done is you've got confused with the split digraph rule. So presumably you think the split digraph rule applies to all vowels, when actually it only applies if the second vowel is an E. So for example, tap becomes tape when you put the E after the P. The vowel following the G is a U in yogurt. So the split digraph rule is not applicable. In fact, I would say using a long O sound for the letter string OGU is totally bogus. Sorry, I mean bogus.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Yogurt.
So it's funny because I did have this word on my list as a word that Americans do say superiorly.
It's true. I got it right.
It does. Yogurt is a more euphonic sounding. Also, yogurt includes the syllable yog, which is a gross sounding syllable. Yogurt sounds like a delicious thing that you would want to eat. I have no, academic mumbo jumbo to offer for you. I just know that yogurt sounds like something you want to eat, and yogurt sounds like vomit.
Over to our judge.
Yeah, goddamn, great cases put. I hadn't thought about this. This hadn't occurred to me as one that would come up. And I feel like on the UK side, we got some hard rules. We got some hard philology came in here.
Someone who knows things.
I used to be a primary school teacher.
Oh, well, there you go. And I don't know any other derivation or anything like that, but I'm going to come down on it because
I know it when it suits me.
So, look, I'm going on the euphonics as well, and I'm going to give it to the US, and I shall tell you for why.
Ooh.
And it's mainly because yogurt is more malleable. It's got more derivations to it. Think about froyo. You can't go froyo. Froyo? Ridiculous. Yogo? Have you ever had that? That they put yogurt in? Yoga, I said it. I know how that's supposed to be pronounced, but I do think the US has it for the roundness of it, the richness of it, and the less choppy sound, and what you can do with it. Done.
Awesome. 1-0.
Oh man.
All right.
I'm going to present my word for the first inning then. I'm going to present the word schedule.
Oh.
Schedule. I don't want to sound like Sean Connery impersonator and say, let me check my schedule. All right? Quick, think of some words that use SCH to say sh. Schitt's Creek. But school, schematic, schism, schedule, not schedule. I'm not even gonna use. I yield the rest of my time.
All right.
I
What do you
can't
say
think
to
of
that?
I can't think of any circumstance where you wouldn't want to sound like Sean Connery. Not that I can do any impressions. Well, that's tricky to come back on, isn't it? It just sounds better. Schedule sounds more sophisticated. Sounds more like a grown-up talking.
Let me check my schedule.
Yeah,
All right,
I think that's all I got.
James.
Yeah. I mean, that's incredibly difficult. And again, I'm revealing the criteria by which I'm judging everything in life generally, but it's vibes, and I weirdly think schedule is classier. I know it doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't. I'm not defending this by any law. Like, you introduced me as a literature teacher, and it's insane that I'm doing this. But I do like the Sean Connery. Weirdly, you shot yourself in the foot. As soon as you brought it up, I was like,
Yeah,
that actually does sound pretty
don't
cool.
go.
And I hand it to the UK because it sounds like a piece of paper being torn out of a diary. Schedule.
All right.
I like it.
1-1.
Wow, both
It's a draw.
of us lost our first presentation.
Okay.
All right, referee.
Next up.
Do I go again or does Anthony go?
Oh, do we flip it around? Yeah, no. Yeah, you serve.
Okay.
You serve.
All right. So I am proud to present the word urinal. Urinal.
Whoa.
What do you put inside of a urinal? You put... Yes, you put urine in a urinal. You do not put urine in a urinal. This is a classic British person putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable, as many a drama teacher has said, and it is not a nice sound. I know, obviously, urinating is not a nice thing to do. Wait, actually, that brings me... So urinating, British people say urinating, right? They don't say urinating. So why, when it
You
becomes...
usually say pissing, but you know.
Yeah. Why, when it becomes a noun, an object, do we suddenly put a long vowel and emphasize the middle
I
syllable?
feel like if anybody has
What-
a resort to that, it's our man in Hastings, Ant.
Yeah, well, I guess it's because we're polite and like I say, we're more sophisticated, and I suppose we're trying to just obscure the fact of what it is that we're doing when we visit the urinal.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's strategic. You don't want to
Yeah.
say the word
Yeah, we
urine.
don't like that's kind of crude, isn't it?
Word.
It's crude to say urine.
Oh,
We wouldn't
my
use the
gosh.
word urine in this country, and we wouldn't say I'm just going off to urinate. You might say I'm going to go and visit the urinal, because obviously nobody would quite know that involves having a slash. So yeah.
Josh,
Alright.
this is a very tricky one, Josh.
Yeah, it's super, super difficult. As much as I love the image of someone walking past the bathroom going, wait, they piss in there? I thought it was called a urinal. That has no similarity to any word that I know of for taking a piss. No, actually, coming down hard on this one, urinal. The United States is correct on this one.
USA.
It's a gentler word. It's oddly more classy. Doesn't have that to it. Urinal. Much nicer. Much nicer. Done.
Ooh, okay, Ant. Let's see if
Right.
you can come back from that, my friend.
Okay, let's get this back on serve.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So imagine the scene. We're in the kitchen. You got the bolognese bubbling away. Nice chopped tomatoes in there. And then, what herb are you going to add? Well, sorry, what herb? But let's not get into that.
I know what he's going to say.
We're gonna reach. Apparently, you guys are going to reach for the basil. Well, over here it's basil, popular in Italian dishes. Currently dying on my kitchen windowsill, and everyone knows that basil is named after the fictional hotel owner Basil Fawlty in Fawlty Towers. So if you're creating a different pronunciation of basil, you're being disrespectful to the proud tradition of 1970s British sitcoms. And when you made the American version of Fawlty Towers, did you call him Basil? No,
I don't
I've
know.
done the research, and you called him Royal Pain. So that's irrelevant.
Oh.
And you also
Jesus Christ.
Royal.
you completely ruined the
that.
dynamic by making it
What?
seem like the husband and wife liked each other, which is not the point of Fawlty Towers. But anyway, if you really care about it, basil comes from the Latin basilicum, and I could probably work that into a dirty joke involving basil from Fawlty Towers, but I choose not to. Basil, all day long.
Don't start my 30 seconds. I think like the most like the Faulty Towers adaptation, even though it's not direct, is Newhart, the Bob Newhart sitcom where he runs a bed and breakfast. Okay, time's ticking. What am I speaking in support of? I'm speaking in support of basil.
Basil, yeah.
Basil. Okay, another a beautiful long vowel sound is more euphonic, and also Basil makes me think of Basil Rathbone, who was an actor who was very scary, and he did like scary movies, and he curdles the blood to think of him, Basil Rathbone. Basil Rathbone, yuck. Basil rotting on my windowsill. I don't have to defend it really well every time. It's really just up to James to think that, like, you know what? I would like some nice basil in my bolognese.
You're gonna have to work pretty hard on that one, Matt. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. You need to stop appealing to film stars in a negative way. That's always gonna win it for me. If anything sounds like a film star, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna flag a prejudice. No, basil.
Okay.
Basil. Basil sounds like discount. Beach. Where? I don't like it. It's weird. Basilicum. The derivations there. It's all there. It's basil.
Thanks,
I
man.
didn't realize Anthony would be doing actual research.
It's not fair.
To win the game that you've invented.
Awesome.
Okay, it's 2-all.
Woo!
What comes next?
The
Some
concession round.
Some sort of.
This is where we do the
bonus
ad
round.
read,
Oh yeah. Okay.
but we're not going to do that.
This podcast is brought to you by whatever you hear next. Thank you. Now back to the show.
So the concession round, we're each going to present a word that we say our nation says worse. And if it is on our opponent's secret list of 10, of which they've already spent 2, then we score a big 2-point bonus. Mike, who do you want to present first?
You go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. It is disgusting the way my country peeps say the word that is spelled Niche. We should say niche, like the English people.
Do you not?
No, we be saying niche.
Niche.
Niche,
Bullshit.
bitch.
Terrible.
You say niche for
Wow.
like an esoteric.
Yeah,
area
it's
of-
a real niche category that you're
That's
looking at
fucked,
there.
man.
I'm so sorry.
Now,
That's godless work right there from the United States.
I concede Nietzsche. I concede.
Yeah.
Which is the least Nietzschean thing you could do, concede anything.
I'm looking at Ant's list. It's not on his list. Should I have revealed that?
It's
No?
not. I
Yeah,
wish
no,
it was.
it
in
either,
a way,
it either is
Oh,
or
right.
isn't.
Okay. All right. Okay.
it would be if I'd have known
Um,
about it, but I didn't even
Oh.
notice that
This
one.
is-
Who knew about this? I'm with you, Anne.
This is like probably number 1 on Mike Wendling's Beautiful Bride's most hated pronunciations.
Oh yeah. She fucking niche. Okay. So wait, does that mean you score?
No, I scored nothing.
You score nothing.
He's got a
nothing
chance to score
happens.
2 if he
Oh right.
picks a word
Okay.
from my
all right,
list.
All right. And
Okay.
what's on his list?
Okay, I'm going for. I think Americans say vitamin better than we say vitamin.
Oh
it just-
no!
Is it on
Oh, does
there?
that?
It's on
Did I get
there.
points?
did.
It sounds
I was
better.
ready.
It sounds like it's going to boost you, doesn't it? A vitamin. A
It's
Mm,
vitamin
vital.
sounds a bit weak.
Mm.
Yeah.
totally agreed.
That is-
And you would have lost that one, Ant, if it had come up. I'm going to tell you now.
Oh, vitamin.
So it's
Give me
great
my
you put it on there,
vitamin.
yeah.
Oh,
At the
excellent,
last
excellent.
minute, I changed it from 1 point to 2 points, and now
No, it's
Now
gone
it's
back to...
4-2, just
Yeah.
like the
just like that.
But that was good ammunition. I'm
Olympics
impressed
World
that you, yeah.
Final.
I'm impressed that you had that on the... That's a good one to put on the list.
Yeah.
Vida Bad sounds like a Marvel hero that never got off the shelves. Like,
Uh,
it's so good.
you
So much better
know-
than Vitamin.
Yeah, somewhere in an elementary school textbook, like a health class or a
Yeah.
biology class, to make the topic more interesting to 8-year-olds, there is a
It's like
superhero,
anthropomorphize, yeah,
named
yeah.
Vitaman, who's here to teach you about the 5 food groups. How many food groups is it in England, by the way? I don't know. I'm just learning from my
No,
my
yeah,
daughter.
in this country you need to eat 5 fruit and veg,
Okay.
and
Yeah, 5 fruit.
we have a healthy eating plate. That's got more than 5. That's got like 7.
In the United States, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now in charge, so we have to eat
Oh,
5
yeah.
different types of raw meat
That's
every
right.
day.
Really?
Preferably from wild animals that you've killed
Are
yourself.
they still alive?
Right. It's my job to say what happens next, and I'm failing at it.
Round 3.
Round 3. And who went first last time? Ants up.
I think it's probably ants up.
Ants
yeah.
up. Ants.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next word? Go for it.
All right. A slightly more subtle one, probably this one, but I'm going for the second day of the week, Tuesday, which I've heard Yanks
Ooh.
pronouncing as a Tuesday with a much more of an oo sound rather than tew, which is how it should be. Because I've been on the internet again, everyone knows that Tuesday is named after the Roman god of war, Mars, hence the French mardi, excuse my pronunciation. But as everyone also knows, the Germanic people switched it to their own Germanic version of the god of war, who was Tiw, which is Tiw or Tiu. So it is Tiw's day. It's the day that belongs to Tiw. So it's, if you ignore the subtlety of the EU and go straight for the much easier, oo sound, then you're disrespecting the proud tradition of German mythology.
Here,
Which is a
here
really
I saw-
offensive thing to
when-
do, and us Brits would never offend the Germans.
When I saw this on the list, I thought you were going to say Tuesday.
Oh, the CH was the operative
like
part of this.
Tuesday.
Like
Well, let's
listening
be
to a
fair, that
good
is how it
tune?
sounds in this country, yeah. But
Oh, tune.
for the purposes of the game,
tune, mate.
Tune
Tuesday.
on a Tuesday. Tuesday tunes. Okay.
Okay. Allow me to rebut. Now, something I didn't say that was part of the rules was
Well,
this.
we can't make up rules now.
No,
This
but,
is the
but
law.
yeah, I know, but I didn't in the lead up. This has all been very stressful getting this show up. Was it accent dependent? And I feel like some British people might not. But is it a significant amount? Yes. So I'll allow it, even though I'm not
You'll
the
allow
referee.
it.
I'll
You'll
allow it.
allow
Yeah,
it.
the
The
competitor.
competitor will allow
Fine.
it. Awesome.
All right, so this brings into the question the liquid U. In drama school, we'd be talking about the liquid
Yeah.
U, giving a little. I'm trying to think of other words that include the liquid U, but we are drinking some Rioja, and I may have lost my mind.
Urinal is not a liquid U.
So you don't need the liquid
Urine,
U. The liquid
urine.
U sounds pretentious. I knew it. I knew it. It wasn't like I knew it, like I'm adding an extra letter Y in there. I just knew it. And so therefore it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I'm not trying to give it Tuesday. It's just Tuesday. Just like is the rent due? No, it's due. So that's where I'm coming from. Also, how many weekdays are there? There are 5 weekdays. Monday is number 1. Tuesday is number 2.
I have a I have a feeling how this one's going to go. James, over to you.
Okay,
Judge.
well, I don't know whether I'm going off vibe really early, and I there's something about efficiency that makes sense to me, right? And not doing a ridiculous little dip in the middle of a word, but at the same time,
Tuesday. Come on.
guys, that Roman mythology hit me real fucking hard. That Germanic stuff. I don't know what happened there. He was talking. I
Guys,
kind
be
of
careful
got a little
about
hot under the
Germany.
collar, and I really, the history lesson kind of pumped me up. And I'm going Tuesday. I love adding, but I'm
Yes.
Australian. We love we have diphthongs, triphthongs. We put as many vowels. Have you heard us say no? We
No.
5 vowels into that.
And an R.
No, you were. We love multiple vowel sounds in a word. So yeah, no, I'm handing it to the Brits. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Oh,
He's
okay.
running away with this one.
Tuesday. It's
It's
you.
5. Does that make it 5-2? 5
It
to
makes
2.
it 5 to
Yeah,
2.
man.
5-2.
5 to
It's fucking
2.
you.
All right. Can you get one
All right,
back?
just gotta
Can you
scrape.
get one
Just
back,
gotta
sir?
scrape it back and try to get it back in the last round. All right, I'm gonna present the word lieutenant. Lieutenant. Ain't no F or PH to be found. Lieutenant. In lieu of a better word, I present to you lieutenant. The end.
Oh God.
Yeah, I got nothing with that. Yeah. Never understood that one myself.
This is absolutely terrible. I was so afraid this word would come up
But hey, based on the arguments presented,
based on the exactly, because the thing is, I am irrationally fond personally of the pronunciation of lieutenant because it's so stupid that nothing else in the world, like I love some maverick shit that comes up in language sometimes where it's like no one could possibly defend that, but purely because the format demands argument, debate, forbearance and conciliation on the balance of arguments put forward. I'm going to hand it to the arguments that were put forward, which is the Americans. So I'm going
oh,
You
thank
can't
you.
tell me
even
no,
though
I
I will
should've
never
just-
stop saying
5,
lieutenant.
2,
I should have
3.
just said some
All
stuff.
right.
You could have said like
James overcame
it's just
his
dumb. Like let's do it. Just give me the thing.
James overcame his personal biases.
It's very, the judge is very open about his personal biases.
Oh yeah, I'm really admitting this. Lieutenant, so stupid. I
This
love
may affect
Dumb.
strategy in the rest of the game. It's like people scanning the list. What is
The dude likes a
stupidest
bit.
thing on
Yeah,
this?
exactly.
What is
What's
this
the
for?
dumbest way I could argue for this?
All right. Does this make it the final?
This
back and
makes
forth?
it the
Okay, it's
final,
back
yeah,
and
yeah,
forth.
the
All
final
right.
round.
So you need to come back. It's 5-3.
Yeah.
UK.
I need to get both
5,
of these. Yeah.
US 3. All right. And you're serving first in this round,
Am I?
sir?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Because
You
Anthony
served
went first
in
last
the
time.
last
Okay,
one.
good.
Switching around.
All right, great.
All right.
Here we go. I present to you the letter Z. A, B, C,
What?
D, E, F, G, H, I, J,
That's not in the
K, L,
rules.
M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with meds?
And I do sing with meds.
Oh.
Anytime I be
He
carried.
goes for a letter. This is controversial.
So, yeah,
But I guess
just
you made all the rules, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
All
not
right.
going to quote Mike
All right,
Myers
yeah.
and talk about ZZ Top. I'm just going to say let's, so many of the letters rhyme with E.
Or
Let's call it Z. Let's make it clear. Why are we suddenly putting an anchor on the end of an alphabet and calling it Z? Zed's dead, baby.
if you rewind
Zed's
to
dead.
episode 2, where I discussed the commissioning editor who referred to JZ.
JZ.
Ant, what do you have to say to the letter Z?
Yeah, I'm struggling. Ooh. Well, apart from it's against the rules because he said it had to be words and it's not a word. But
Oh, well.
I mean, you know what?
Oh,
I'm winning.
no.
I'm what am I? 5-3. So this will be if I lose. I'm still pretty confident I'm going to win, and I'm just going to
it goes to
concede that one.
penalties, though, and you're
'cause,
English.
We put
Oof.
we
The
won a
gloves
couple
are
of
off
them,
now.
No,
I mean,
no.
No,
I'm
as
the
a
referee.
child, that was the most common weapon to put down the Americans was that they said Z instead of Z when clearly there is no reason to say Z. So I've got to just concede it. There is no defense for that.
Honestly, yeah, man, there was nothing you were going to say. To be honest with you, it's because I grew up saying Z as well. So we'll say Z
Yeah.
in Australia as well, and it's a fucked way to say that letter, and the Yanks have it.
Okay.
All right,
all right.
five,
all right.
4, 5-4.
This
5-4.
is the best
This
they
is
could have hit.
giving-
It comes down to the last words.
This is giving third place bronze medal for cup
Indeed,
game
but
vibes
now
here.
Bellingham's
Right.
got the ball and he's approaching
Oh,
the
we're
penalty
just gonna let him
area.
run around.
All right, what do you got for us?
Oh, right. I'm just going pretty basic with this one. I mean, it just sounds worse. So I'm going. You got a nice bunch of flowers. Apparently you're going to put it in a vase. So this time, instead of a vase, this time you've kind of tried with the split digraph rule that you go A, S, E. That means you need a long A sound, which would be vase. But you've not understood the second part of the rule, which is that it doesn't apply if it sounds really stupid. And vase just sounds dumb. It's a real effort to say it. It's an effort to listen to it. It's just kind of stressful sounding. Vase. It's horrid. That's it.
I will posit that I've never heard an American say vase. We say
Really?
VASE as vase, like as if it was the letter
Oh.
C and not the letter
Yeah.
not
Just
the
as
letter
bad.
Z or
as
the
bad.
letter S. So when I see VASE, I would be like, if I'm trying to be like, buttering up my wife and be like, oh, I got you a nice vase for our anniversary. Or if I'm trying to say a word nice and easy with a long vowel sound because there's a silent E on the end, I would say, hey, pass me that vase. But I've never heard an American say vase.
Hmm.
So,
Well, the
vase.
A is the offensive part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, vase. It's nicer. Hey, that is vase. Like gauze or schnoz, but if there is an E on the end, then why would I give it a short or a like aw sound? Yeah, vase.
It sounds better. It's more seductive.
Hey, this is,
Vase.
reclaiming my time.
Mr. Speaker, I'm reclaiming the most American thing you've said all day.
This seems a very, very tight one for the last round.
Yeah, I'm gonna declare absolutely no prior leaning on this word. Weirdly, I had not thought about this one particularly.
This was a shocker to me.
This is kind of out of left field, which means I'm coming cold to this one. I don't have any leaning, and it's incredibly difficult. So I'm gonna go on pure sound and music, and I prefer because it comes from the French, doesn't it? A vase. It comes from the. I'm fairly sure it comes from the French, and the openness gives me the shape of it more. Vase sounds like it's like mace. It's or evasive. It seems sharp. It seems flat. Vase gives me the sense of a container. It's open. A vase is a container. This is my flimsy fucking logic, but I'm doubling down on it. The format. I'm handing it to the Brits.
Yes.
I'm handing it.
And the final
got the
score.
other thing.
6-4.
6-4.
That is the perfect score for England.
I thought we had another round yet. I thought it was
No, four
another,
rounds
another
in the
one
bonus.
of the reverse rounds. Oh, okay.
What was your other reverse word?
Well, I wasn't. You know what? It was one that I wasn't even quite sure, but the internet told me that it's how Americans say it, which was banana, which I like.
Oh,
Banana is better than
banana.
banana.
They go
But I
banana.
wasn't sure if
Banana.
actually.
Oh, but
Oh.
banana versus
Banana.
banana.
But I think
Banana.
I think that's accent based.
Banana.
That's a tomato.
Do you think?
Just don't all Americans say
Isn't
banana?
that what all of it?
Yeah, banana.
Yeah,
That's bananas.
yeah.
BANANAS.
Yeah, banana's
Yeah.
better.
I would have given you absolutely
more
given
fun.
it to the Americans on that one. Absolutely.
Oh,
Partly because I'm really fond of the game Bananagrams, and you can't say bananagrams because the pun doesn't
No.
work. The
When you were-
portmanteau falls apart.
When you were talking
This
about
is-
which herb you were going to put in your bolognese,
Yeah.
I was so
Oregano?
ready for
You thought it was gonna
oregano.
be,
yeah,
Oh,
I thought it was going to be. I thought it was
nearly-
going to be that as well. Yeah.
I nearly went oregano, and then actually I couldn't decide if I like it more. So
Okay.
I think I quite like oregano. Can I ask a question before we finish?
Yes, please.
Because when I was doing my research on which words we say differently, the internet told me that in America, instead of calling an offensive word, instead of calling somebody a twat, that you call them a twat. or
Yep.
twat.
You
Is that
twat.
true?
Yeah,
Twat.
twat. You fucking twat.
You twat.
Or,
Twat.
but it is also female anatomy. It's quite strongly used female anatomy
Is it quite a strong
instead of
word?
just
Because
as
it's
an
quite a
insult.
silly word here. Here it's quite
Yeah.
silly. It's like you sort of, it's not all that offensive, but it's just
Okay.
the sound of it. So
Yeah.
have I ruined things by saying a terrible word for Americans?
No,
Is that
well,
it?
we get the E no matter what. I mean, twat rhymes with twat. Listen,
You can bleep it out.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
I'm not on my home court. I'm happy to lose. Much like I was happy for America to lose in the World Cup, I'm happy to lose the inaugural Pronunciation Bowl.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to Ants, the
Thank you.
winner,
That was
to
fun.
James,
Thank you.
for
Thanks,
doing the
James. Good decisions.
scores. Matt, well, like you said, we are on a summer hiatus here. We're going to be going on our hollibobs.
Never, but okay.
Eating our pasta with our taco.
Tacos.
Tacos.
No pasta, no tacos.
In the meantime, people can email us. The email is
colddarkmiserablepod@gmail.com. If you've listened this far on your service of choice, then go ahead and do the rating mechanic, whatever it is. Give us 5
Rate it.
stars on Spotify or a million cheeseburgers on Apple Podcasts, whatever it is.
Give it rated 18 on IMDb. I think is the maximum score.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Odyssey. We didn't talk about the Odyssey and like all the all the American accents being performed in the Odyssey.
I'd love to
Don't
tell you
worry
this.
about
I
it.
actually haven't seen the movie.
Well, it's only been out for a
of
few days.
Because of the, well, I was very keen to actually see it early on, but apparently in British movie theaters these days, they clamp down on the age thing. And they won't let, I wanted to say, take my sons in there, and they wouldn't let the younger one in.
Even with you as a
Yeah.
oh,
It's
that's
like,
B to the
'cause it's-
S.
Because it's a 15.
It doesn't need
and
to be a
they want
15.
your 15-year-old or whatever. Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah. Too young.
Well, that's it, man. We've done 17 episodes, and now we're gonna take a little bit of a break. We've had some amazing guests besides James and Anthony. I gotta give thanks to Sasha, Eric, Derek, Ben, Max, Emily, Joey. These are the names of people.
If this is the first episode that you've actually heard, what is your problem? You should probably listen to the other ones. They'll make a lot more sense, honestly.
This is the first time that we've like scrunched around one microphone in the studio, so if you don't love the sound for this one, don't worry. It's different in the other ones.
Different every week. Do you have a theme song? Have we decided on that yet?
I don't want to say that there's a bit on this show, that there's a recurring bit where I present a theme song that at the end of the show, but listen, Mike, I caught a thread on one of the social media Americans in England social media groups about a guy who was just sick and tired of all the US bashing going on at work. So this is an American guy living in England who's just sick of his English coworkers being like, "Oh, America's the worst," and "Oh, can you believe their president?" and all this stuff.
Ambassador?
Why, accusations of why don't the Americans rise up? How could they have voted for this? And so she's just so sick of it. And so he's putting it to the rest of the Americans in the social media group. What should I do when I'm just at the end of my rope of being persecuted because I'm American by these snooty English people? And my initial reaction was like, "Hey, buddy, come on, look at the scoreboard. Don't take it personal." Like this too. I have an old high school friend who was in the U.S. military for many years, and when Trump first got elected, I was like, "What are we gonna do?" And he was like, "This too shall pass," which is, of course is a massive cop out. But every once in a while, I'm like, okay, just remember. The midterms will come and maybe we'll impeach, etc. And so I was like, "Hey, don't take it personal, buddy. Just ride it out." But then I get it. Like I get the people being aggressive towards you because you're American. So I've tried to give this anonymous person some grace in song form, and also in honor of themes. I've prepared a little something for us tonight.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, hit it. Hit it.
Doom doom deedle deedle dee dee. Making your way in the old UK can be hard when you're a Yank. I would never refer to myself as a Yank. Apologies for foreign policy, but Brits still be acting stank. Can't you see I've already moved away? Dee 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 dee. So could we please forego performative displays of shame? Do 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 do. This shit's still not in my name since 2002. What's he done now for me to disavow? Is prior inaction to blame? But can't we just go where you don't have to show your shame? You wanna be where people see all Americans ain't the same. You wanna be where you don't have to wear your shame. Cold, dark, miserable island. Notes from Cold, Dark, Miserable Island Show.